So good day everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about cyber and digital literacy. So before that, let me introduce myself. I am Michael Esedanu, a reporter of Group 5. Before I go to our main topic, let's begin in our learning outcomes. So at the end of this lesson, the student will define digital and cyber literacy and cyber security, elaborate on cyber citizenship, determine etiquette and safety use of digital media, elucidate cyberbullying and cyber crimes, and examine internet exploration, source citation, research, and data gathering protocols and website evaluation. So, and cite how digital cyber literacy may be integrated with teaching and learning, and draw relevant life lessons and significant values from personal experiences on digital risk and consequences. And lastly, analyze a research abstract on digital cyber literacy and its application to the teaching and learning process. So, what is a digital literacy? So, digital literacy is the set of competencies required for full participation in society that includes knowledge, skills, and behavior involving the effective use of digital devices for purposes of communication, expression, collaboration, and advocacy. It is the ability or skills of an individual to engage with the digital environment and operate technological safety by knowing what to do and what not to do and how to avoid unnecessary risk. Like for instances, you're using your smartphone to make a call or to make a message and to navigate the web. That's how a digital literacy defined. You know something about, you have knowledge something about the digital. What is cyber literacy? So cyber literacy or cyber security. Cyber security is the practice of protecting system networks and programs from digital attacks according to Cisco. So these cyber attacks are usually aimed at accessing, changing, or destroying sensitive information, extorting money from users, or interrupting normal business process. So here are some tips on how to avoid or how to protect yourself against cyber threats. So firstly, monitor the behavior of social networks. So you always monitor your behavior in social networks like Facebook, Instagram, or other social medias. You should think before you click. And secondly, keep device safe. So you should keep your device safe to secure yourself against cyber threats. And understand how best to use passwords. You should know how to use your password. You should know how to keep your passwords, and you should know how to avoid sharing password, because password is very important. In terms, we like it to another, or like I said. And lastly, consider safety for the future. Cyber citizenship. What is cyber citizenship? Cyber citizenship is an old value that is now applied to a new medium. The internet. Cyber citizenship refers to being responsible when using the internet. There are some ways on how to be a good cyber citizenship or citizen. So be careful and critical for whatever you post online. Like I mentioned earlier, think before you click. So, if you have a problem with someone, go to that person or an adult to help work it out instead of posting your expression online. Diba? Hindi with as a Filipino, we are doing that post online. We feel bad or we may encounter different problems. Most of us, because it's online, because we feel like expressing some things, but actually that's not good. You may go to that person to say what you feel or what you express, or you cannot post na wala'y lakot ang mga tao. You should know that you should go to person that who or na-problema mo or nakaproblema niya. You should go to that person, not post or what. And thirdly, use the internet purposefully to learn more about anything you are interested in. So, utilizing that on internet sa pinakala, or as a student, we utilize the internet for education because we also build we need to delve more on because internet can provide us a knowledge. So that's why we delve, we search, and don't forget the author of any kind of sources that you have. And then lastly, make sure you verify your information before you share it or you use it in a project. Like I said, you need to make sure you need to make sure that the author of the information that you getting from the online or any kind of website, and give out certain information only. Be specific on what your knowledge all about. So don't answer questions that make you uncomfortable. So if you're posting and then there are someone's bitang magugal-gugal si mo, you should don't answer that question because maybe it's very below the belt na si mo or you should ikaw na siya do not never mind, you should you should pass it out. And always make sure you have told a reliable adult if you decide to meet someone through the internet. Make sure that kinaimong ka-chat or kinaikuan, you should know that kinatao ka ila na anak. Do not trust ganitong ay trust na yun sa chat mo because always make sure you should know that person because na ba ron magkalkuan mo, magkita-kita mo, but actually kinapa nito, clear ito, so you should know. Always make sure that you know that person. So lastly, always be aware of copyright clause and give credit to whom an article or a part of it is due. So as I said, give credition to the owner. Don't plagiarize any information that you don't own. So lastly, use only the computers that you are allowed to use. Avoid hacking. So since do not abuse any kind of big stuff. Don't yung maglabot sa other account or if you use a computer that not owned by you. Importance of cyber citizenship. So firstly, it keeps the internet free from hurtful statement. Secondly, it creates a culture or more reliable information. Thirdly, it gives provision for people to give them credit for what they have created. Fourthly, more criminal or bullies can be caught when kids are hardest. Proper etiquette. So, in proper etiquette, making sure that you have the correct address with proper spelling, correct length, and you are sending information to the right person when doing it online. Secondly, check information before sending or posting any message and avoid false statement and information. Reread what you wrote to make sure it is what you want to say and other person would interpret in the same way. 4. Keep your comments clean and don't confront others online or say anything that could be hurtful to them. Don't be curious online because it can be hurtful to others. And 5th, keep your personal and friends' information private. And 6th, watch out for spam and other fraud emails and never reply to them. 7th, if you are going to write something personal or private, think twice because message can be misdelivered. 8. Adults should monitor kids' messages, especially when they are sending emails to others without permission. Here are the 10 commandments of future cyber citizenship. First, thou shalt not post any personal matter, confidential information, and absences. Pictures and messages online can be accessed by students and parents. Secondly, thou shalt not respond or tweet to any personal message created by students online other than those school-related. Third, thou shalt not lend or let student access your phone. Fourth, you shall not give your email password to students. Fifth, you shall not use concepts and information from text and references without the author's citations. Sixth, thou shalt not post to any social media accounts for whatever purposes with the pictures or students without their own or their parents' consent. Seventh, you shall not express sentiments of disappointments and disagreements against superior colleges and students and their parents using their social media accounts. 8. Thou shalt not use data from internet source in any documents like lesson plans, researches, and requirements without the consent of the author. And thou shalt not give personal data or others information to anyone unless for specific purposes and within the context. Number 10, thou shalt not post any student data publicly online, including academic rankings, school records, class outputs, and records of grades, according to the Leon 2019. What is internet safety and information security? So, internet safety is it refers to online safety or cyber safety. It means trying to be safe on the internet. It's maximizing the user's personal safety and a security risk to private information and property associated with using the internet, including self-protecting from computer crime. So, what is information security? So, information security refers to sensitive information such as personal information, identity and passwords are often associated with personal property and privacy and may be present as security concerns. It linked unauthorized accesses and usage of private information may result consequences such as identity and property theft. There are common causes of information security breaches. So phishing, it refers to a common type of scam, of which the scammer disguises as a trustworthy source in attempt to obtain private information, such as password, credit card information, etc. Secondly, internet scams. These schemes that deceive the users in various ways in an attempt to take advantage of them. Third, malware. It is malicious software, particularly spyware, disguised to collect and transmit private information such as passwords without the user's consent or knowledge, of which it is impossible to determine whether its files infected. Personal safety and threats. The growing of the internet gave rise to many important services accessible to anyone with connections, such as digital connections. So, cyberstalking. Cyberstalking is referred to the use of the internet and electronic communication to harass or stalk another person. It's a serious issue that can be emotionally damaging and can lead to real-world harm. So, cyberbullying. What is cyberbullying? Cyberbullying is the use of electronic communication to bully someone repeated over time. It's similar to traditional bullying, but it's happening online. So, thirdly, online predation. So, online predation is a serious issue where adults use the internet to target, groom, and exploit a child or teen. The predator's goal is typically to trick the child's sexual activity and absence and offensive content. Various websites on the internet contains material that may seem offensive, distasteful, or explicit, which may often not be the user's liking. Sextortion. It is the use of webcams for flirting and cybersex. Often this involves or cybercriminal posing as someone else, such as an attractive person initiating communication of a sexual and natural nature with a victim. Cybercrime. It refers to basically any illegal activity that involves computers, networks, or digital devices. Criminals use these tools to steal data, causes damage, or making money illegally. Here are some tips in computer tricks and fixing solution. So first, install antivirus software. And secondly, ensure that antivirus software is up to date. Third, employ a firewall to protect network. Fourth, filter all email traffic. Fifth, educate all users to be careful of suspicious emails. Sixth, scan internet downloads. And lastly, do not run programs of unknown origin. And implement a vulnerability management system. Make sure it regularly backups of critical data. Develop an information security policy. Monitor logs and systems. Develop an incident response plan. Restrict in-user access to the systems. Exploring the internet so searching and evaluating the web. The internet is a global communication network that allows computers to exchange and share information worldwide. It makes possible for people around the world to connect and share ideas across time zones and geographic location. However, because cyberspace is such a large realm, sometimes it is difficult to find the needed information. So the most effective way to explore the internet is to have strategies in place for doing research on the web and for evaluating the website. Surfing the web. The following are the three key factors in surfing the web. First, most surfing sessions start with the user target keywords about the subject into search engine. Secondly, good strategies for searching the web include writing research questions, extracting keywords from questions, and typing them into a search engine using synonyms of keywords. Do not bring up desired results, keeping tracks of keywords and synonyms used, and recording to the result of search. Third, always be cautious about information shared online and visiting a website. Assessing credibility. What is assessing credibility? Assessing credibility refers to the process of determining whether information or a source is trustworthy and believable. It's about figuring out if something is true, reliable, and accurate. We use credibility assessment in many aspects of our lives. Checklist of credibility criteria. First, author, date, purpose, contact, facts versus opinions, URL, mail of ending in edu for education. One way of determining the credibility of website is through the URLs. Although a website URL gives views as a credibility, there is still need to evaluate it carefully. Recognition of information sources. Similar to the information in print sources, the use of online sources must be given credit to the author. Citation. Each entry, the bibliography is called citation. Proper citation must be applied or include for everything or every sources used, whether it is a website, a newspaper, or a book. Example: Transparency International 2014, Corruption Perception Index 2014, result retrieved from http /www.transparency or .org /gp 2014 results July 17, 2019. That's no fraud. That's instances. Data privacy issues, research and data collection principles. When research and collection from the web, avoid plagiarism, which is the act of taking someone else's works and presenting as your own. Tips to avoid plagiarism. Read and understand the original document several times before start explaining about it. Do not copy a word or sentences from the original documents. Give proper citation to all sources, book, journal, website, video, etc. In case of citation online sources, include the retrieval date and appropriate URL in references. Common phrases and definitions need to be quoted and cited without modification. Make a practice to include a references section whenever you write in academic documentation. Cross-verify all your citation before submitting your documents. Resort to available plagiarism software to ensure the originality of the written documents. How to evaluate website. Firstly, we open the site. Secondly, skim read. Thirdly, look for the answer to your question. Fourth, consider the ability of the other or website. Fifth, consider the purpose of site. Sixth, look for the data. And integrating digital cyber literacy into curriculum. So, use an interactive whiteboard to design and deliver lessons, allow students to maintain blogs, wikis with pages related to their learning. Engage email, video, chat exchanges and with students. Utilize storytelling media to allow students to create and publish story. Set up a blog, site, Facebook page, Yahoo or Google group, and post weekly discussion, question for students to respond. Use a video to counter dramatize stories, record scientific in experiments, expose students to video editing software to create video production of learning. Engage students in discussion about how and why various media work well to showcase learning while others do not. Impacts of integrating digital literacy in the classroom. It motivates students in their learning due to their enjoyment and ease of use with various technology mediums. It reaches students or various training styles and multiple intelligence. It allows students to create and design their own unique products, reflects of their personalities and learning needs, styles. It encourages students to manipulate media and constructing their own meaning. It enables students to share their learning with teachers, families, friends. It gives students a chance to explore technological media that inevitably increase the job skills needed in the workplace or the workforce. And that's all. Thank you.